Okay, so let's see exercise number 7. Determine the largest subset of the set of real numbers on which the expression square root of minus x is defined. So what do we know about the square root function? We know that the square root function only exists if we need to we have a condition that x must be greater or equal to 0. So basically what it means that you don't, if x is negative, you cannot have a square root of it in the real numbers. Okay, so here you can also see in the functions, here you see the square root function. It says that it only starts at 0. It doesn't have anything, any value in the negative side, only at 0 and the positive side. But now we don't have square root of x, but square root of minus x. What does that mean? If we examine square root of minus x, we have the same constraint, same condition, but not for x, but for minus x. Okay, so it means that minus x has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, you got it? And then I'm sorry. What does it what can we say? If we want to modify this equation, then we can multiply both sides with -1. Okay, and if we multiply both sides with -1, we get x instead of minus x. But then, because we multiplied, so I also write it here, times -1, because we multiplied with a negative number, then the relation will change. So instead of greater than or equal, it will be less than or equal to 0. Okay, this is the rule in equations, or if you have relations. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, it will switch. Everything will switch. So then we have this constraint, and this is what we need. X should be less than or equal to 0. And then it says determine, I don't know, the largest subset of the set of real numbers. So we know that x can be any real number except for the positive numbers. It means that the d, here, if you have the normal square root function, you have the positive real numbers. R plus means the positive real numbers, union with the 0, because the 0 is not inside the positive real numbers. If you just write, by the way, if you just write R, it means all the real numbers. If you write R plus, it means only the positive real numbers. If you write R minus, it means only the negative real numbers. But if you want to add the 0 as well, you have to add manually. So with the original square root x function, we have this condition. The domain is R plus union with the 0. Now 0 is still okay with us. X can be 0, but instead of R plus, we have to write now R minus. So now the d, the new d, I'll write that with yellow. The new d, the domain, will be the R minus union with 0. So this is the largest subset of the set of real numbers. I'll write this negative here again, on which the expression square root of minus x is defined. R minus the negative real numbers and the 0, and then we are done.